Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Nostalgia Unboxings, and today we have more Bionicle stuff, or at least it should be Bionicle stuff, as I've not opened it yet, and hopefully I didn't get ripped off here. So this little sticky tape here is covering up some personal info for anyone wondering about that. And we'll just bring our favorite little knife here and try to unseal this tomb, inside of which should be all six of the original Bionicle Bohrok Kal, which are like the second release, kind of the second in the line of Bohrok from back in the far off year of 2003. And if we can just get this open, we can actually check. So, oh man, this does not want to, why is it not cutting through? And we are back. I have flipped these two top things over just so we have no worries left. It was actually quite difficult to open up this box, so I'm kind of actually thankful that we had ended up having to do a little jump cut there, because it would have looked kind of weird on, or it would have taken quite a bit on the actual video. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so I got these off of, I'm in a Bionicle group on Facebook, and there was some dude who just wanted to unload different pieces of his collection that he didn't really like as much, so he could probably buy more, you know, stuff that he does like for Bionicle and whatnot. And among his little lots that he posted was the original 6 Bohrok Kal, and we did some talking, and I got it for a really good price. It was about $55 total, including shipping, which is, I mean, it's definitely a great deal. So that's kind of why I hopped on it. He did have some of the original Bohrok too, but only 3 of them. Not the full set, so I kind of passed on those. But, so this is less than $10 a figure really, which is a phenomenal deal. And as you may see here, they are all in their original little plastic cases. Unfortunately, all the wrapping and instructions are gone. And he did also let me know that there are no Krana included. But I do have some Krana of my own, and I will show off that stuff in part 2 of this video, as we will only be looking at 3 of the Bohrok right now, so this doesn't take forever. So, let's just pick out these. We'll pick out a couple here to take a look at now, and we will save the other 3 for the next video. Let's take this one. Alright. I will remove this into my bottomless satchel here, and throw all that big bubble packaging away. I like how these are packaged, very nice and bubbly. Oh no! So, as you may see, they have all kind of fallen off of their perches here. One of the features of the Bohrok cases, I guess, these little plastic containers, is they came with this little kind of, these little weird clip things that would pop into here. And then, let's take out Tahnok first. That is the name of the red Bohrok Kal here. And they would clip on right onto the, see if you guys can see it. So this little clippy thing would clip onto this reverse clippy thing, the clippy right here, and they would kind of hang upside down. And then you can screw it back onto the canister, and they kind of hang like little bats or something to, I guess, symbolize them lying dormant, as it was in the lore before they were all awakened, if anyone follows that. So that is a thing. So I guess since we've taken out Tahnok already, we can take a look at him further first. We'll push these aside, and we have Tahnok himself in his little ball mode. And they do roll quite well, actually. So these were freaking awesome. This is actually the second Bionicle I ever had as a child, because I did mention in my previous Bionicle videos I had Tahu Mata was the first Bionicle I ever had, and this would be the second. I don't remember how I got it. I think I was gifted it, but I don't remember for what reason. or even from where. I feel like I remember maybe someone like got enough points at like a Chuck E. Cheese or something, one of my relatives, and they got me this with all their points. Because believe it or not, Chuck E. Cheese used to actually have Bionicles as ticket prizes. I definitely remember this, like, they even had Zoids, I think, once, but that is another video. So, anyway, so we have Tahnok here, and he can unfold by popping his little shield arms open like this. Okay, maybe not like that. Let's pop his legs out first, and then his little shield arms will go out. You kind of fold them down like so. And then, grrr, you have your little Bohrok. So the lore behind the Bohrok in the actual, well, the Bohrok Kal specifically, in the Bionicle lore, is these are like the final bosses almost, like the individual leaders of each of the swarms in a way. So for the original line of Bohrok, those are one of many in a big, big hive, and there's multiples of each color. Whereas the Bohrok Kal were released later, like in the actual lore, they awakened after the Toa defeated Kadok and Gahlok. Were those their names? Kadok and Gahlok, I think, which were like the Bohrok queens, the Pahrok, and so these guys were then awakened again as like, you know, Revenge of the Sith or something. I don't know, part 2, and they were gonna try to free the Pahrok again, unsuccessfully from what I remember. But these were like super, super powerful, and they were special, and they have, the main difference really is the color palettes and the little head thing, as well as the Krana that were originally inside. But I will be able to show those in the next video, so, or at least a couple Krana. I think I only have maybe 2, but we'll see about that. But anyway, the main difference between the old Bohrok and the new Bohrok is these little head plates here, really, like piecewise, and I think they might have different shields. But the original Bohrok had like semi-clear head plates here, so you could actually see into it and see the little, here, let's pop that open again. You can see the little Krana, which would sit in here, and then this also flips out as a play feature, which I will save for part 2, because I would actually like to show it working with the Krana itself, which I just don't have at the moment. I would have to dig it out. So, anyway, one of the play features, though, that it does have that I can show you, that's, I mean, it's basically the same play feature, but it has a little tab right here in the back, and some rubber band action here. Oh, it's, it's not as smooth as I remember it. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm also misremembering. It has been quite a few years since I have actually played with my original Bohrok, which I actually still have complete somewhere in a drawer in my basement. But as these all came in a lot, you know, I just ended up getting another one anyway. Also, I think these are replacement bands, because I know for a fact, well, actually not for a fact, because I have not taken a look at mine in a very long time, but I'm pretty sure mine had white rubber bands. But I mean, those things do snap. They can age over time and become a little bit brittle, and then eventually, you know, you go boop and it just flies off, I guess, into the sunset. So that's understandable. I'm not really bummed about that. But yeah, he does this little, like, headbang, I guess, which is pretty cool. So that would be Tahnok with the blue eyes and the little red crest here. So let's put him right over here. And let's move on to Tahnok Gahlok, I think is what this one was called. They're like, I don't really understand what the naming convention is of the Bohrok. So let's pop the green clip back in here. Oh no, okay, yeah, alright, I thought I snapped off one of the little clip parts here. Because they're almost named after the different Koros of Mata Nui. So like Ta Koro, and you have Tahnok, and Ta Koro would be the red Koro on Mata Nui. So like those match up, and I think Ga Koro as well. But then I think for the brown one and the black one, it doesn't match up to the rest of the naming convention, because I believe it's Pokoro and Onukoro, I'm pretty sure, for the brown and black. Yet this one is called Pahrak, and I believe the black one is called Nuvok, which doesn't make any sense at all, and it's actually really confusing, and I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe it's because they were afraid of calling it like Pahrok and having everyone call him like the Pahrok or something. I don't know. Because he's also brown, which, you know, doesn't help at all. Maybe that was it? I have no idea. If anyone actually knows what, you know, feel free to let me know. I'm actually kind of curious because it's just so bizarre. And it just, I don't know. It seems like they had a good idea going and then they just kind of like tossed it all to the wind for the last couple ones. But anyway, we can unfold Gahlok here again. Let's I think popping the legs out first makes it a little bit easier to pop the shields out. So we can fold the legs down. I'm actually going to take a peek inside each one of these just to make sure any Krana didn't actually sneak in that he forgot to take. Whoa, actually, I wonder if maybe, well, no, I don't think he built them off of Bricklink parts, like, separately, because he does have the canisters. But yeah, this one has a green one, too. Maybe mine had a green one as well, and I am just misremembering, and the white bands I remember from LEGO were for some other sets or something. Huh. Weird, I'll have to check up on this. Maybe I'll get back to you guys in part 2 and, see what I find in my research. Oh, I don't know. So what I just did there was, I don't know, this one's eyes kind of looked like they were drooping down a little bit farther down, but they are not, so I don't know, I'm just being weird. So we move on to the blue one, same action feature, everything is basically the same, minus the color, and I think the crest is actually, yep, the crests are different a little bit on each one here. So we have this little crest, and of course, the shields. I don't remember exactly what each one of their powers were, unfortunately, because they also didn't really match up to what you would expect each one to have. Because I'm pretty sure, like, the red Bohrok Kal, Tahnok here, with these very obvious flames on his shield, had the power of electricity for some reason. So it's quite hard to, like, even just piece together without actually knowing offhand exactly what they were. Because you can't even, like, look at them for any clues, because it's completely unrelated usually to their color. But, so we have Gahlok here. Let's put her back. Her, him, it. I don't think they have gender. Well, actually, I think they technically should have gender. Because I don't know if it's a retcon or not. Well, yeah, I don't know if it's a retcon or not, or if it was originally intended that way. But for anyone actually interested in the Bionicle lore, literally like 10 years after all this stuff came out, I guess in the lore it came out that the Bohrok actually form out of like aged Avmatoran, which are like, I guess the citizens, the human citizens of the Bionicle world, which is really weird. Like, it was kind of a curveball, I'm pretty sure, when it first came out to a lot of fans. Just like, wait, what? Because it's like you have these little people and they turn into these mindless, soulless, swarm-type organisms, I guess, that, like, clean up Matanui. That's their technical purpose. Which is really weird and really confusing. But yeah, that is a thing, and it's kind of interesting, I guess, if you care any bit about the Bionicle lore. So let's put it down here, and let's move on to Pahrok. Now, I think Pahrok's power is gravity, but I could also be wrong on that. I know one of them is gravity, and I think it's this one. It's either Pahrok or Nuvok. One of them has gravity, and one of them has plasma. So take that for what you will, I suppose. Let's unfold him. I wish these guys had like a little bit more unique builds too. Like the Toamata, when I showcased them, how every single individual Toamata had like some sort of slight or even severe build difference, like in Pahatu's case where the whole body was upside down. But I can also understand how that might have been a little difficult. Like, all they could really have changed would be maybe the orientation of these, like making them sideways, and then like maybe changing what kind of elbow joints they had. which they really couldn't do just because they all needed to specifically roll up into a ball, and changing different things out would have ruined that function. But I would have liked something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how else they could have really done it, but it would have been nice. So yeah, he's brown. He has his little, like, this one has a weird fork on the edge of the design, unlike the other ones. Looks kind of cool. And did we get any Krana? Nope. I don't know why I'm hoping, because I'm sure the other guy, you know, would definitely check through all of these just to make sure. But, you know, sometimes things work out. I don't know. So he is, of course, brown. He has the same snip and snap in action here. And that is about it. These guys are really simple. I do kind of wish I could have gotten the boxes. Like, I really wish you could have still had the outside parts on them. But I'm pretty sure in the instructions it actually did tell you to rip them off, just so it's clear and you could see them. But it would have been really nice. It would have been kind of nice to look at the art and stuff here for the video, as well as like any of the booklets, because I do remember there was some cool like kind of posters and stuff too included when I first built mine way back in the day, 17 years ago. So those would have been nice to look at, but what can you do? For the price, even with the missing stuff, I think it was super, super worth it for the money. So if you are also interested in acquiring the Bohrok Kal, I would definitely, like, that would be, if you find something for like 45, 55 bucks, you know, 55 bucks including shipping, like that seems like a really good deal. And I would probably hop on that. I wouldn't pay, you know, much more than that. Well, I guess this would be a super good deal, but if you see something that's like, you know, 70 bucks and up, unless they're like sealed already, you know, sealed in canisters and just 100% complete, I don't think they're worth going for at that price. So, you know, just keep your eyes out. This is with stuff like old Bionicles and old, I think maybe old Legos in general, I suppose, you really gotta shop around. I wouldn't recommend just like, hey, I want to buy these today, and then going online and just buying the first one you see. That is a bad plan. Do not do that. That is how you lose money. Unless you have so much money that you don't care that you lose money, in which case, give some money to me. You know, I'll spend it better maybe. But yeah, that is a thing. You know, it's just something to watch out for. Because when you do shop around and you just bide your time, you can find these amazing deals. I would definitely recommend also just joining the community, joining Bionicle groups on Facebook or wherever else, and even just keeping an eye on Facebook Marketplace, because like that's where I got my Toa Nuva that I did in the other videos for an insane price on those. So, I mean, it's all just kind of random. Some people really like kind of know the value, and sometimes you'll just have, you know, a mom of a kid who went to college who just kind of wants to make some space and is willing to sell off all of the 6 original Toa for, you know, 20 bucks. All 100% complete, basically. So, you know, it varies a lot, but that is about it. I'm not sure what else I could really say for now. So, hope to see you guys in the next video in part 2, as the next video will not be part 2. I like to split up my videos just to not saturate the channel too much and to have a little bit of variety for people who aren't maybe as big of fans of Bionicle but like the other stuff I do. So to accommodate everyone, that is how I go about it. So I make if you're a first-time viewer, I make a new video every Wednesday. Should be going up around Wednesday evening is when I try to upload. So if you want to catch that, that would be the time to tune in. And thank you so much for watching. You know, I really appreciate it. And if you have any kind of cool stuff you want to add, or just any of the facts that I asked about, you could post them in the comments and I would love to read through them. And you could also like or dislike the video. Both of those things do help in a weird way. And I think that's everything. Did I go through everything? I'm pretty sure that is everything. So I guess see you guys next Wednesday. Bye-bye.